Hi, this is Doug Patton, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you are listening to Without Your Head. And you better keep listening to Without Your Head, or you will not only be without your head, you will be without your soul, because I will tear it apart.
Hey, it's Nasty Neal here once again. You may know me as Jackie Jones, depending where you're watching this. Streaming it off in your head and without your head. In your head, live every Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We talk all the wrestling, me and the OIB. And without your head every Thursday. But this week, it is a live Wednesday with Brian Using, the director of Return of the Living Dead Part 3. Very exciting. And maybe we'll be live Thursday too. Who knows? All right. But we are back here once again for everyone's favorite segment. And that is Nasty Neal scratching tickets. That's great. So we got a couple tickets today. We got two $1 tickets. They're both the same. Maybe I get a better chance of winning if I get two. We have the $1 ticket, $100 a week for life. That's right. For a $1 bet, you can win $100 a week for the rest of your life. Minimum 20 years, it says. So if you pass away before that, you can leave an heir to your $100 a week for life. Get yourself a nice meal once or twice a week, depending. Go see a couple movies. I don't know. You can do a lot for $100. How are you doing? I'm good. So he's watching Raw. That's good. Joe Boat, good man. Raw's on right now. I should live stream Raw at some point. Not live stream it, but I should do a live watch along. Maybe I'll do that next week. I have to remember though in advance. All right. So we're gonna open these up, and as always, you're gonna help me hit the goal. So if we get to $65 in super chat, this is a progressive goal. So whatever you send today, if you don't send the whole 65, it'll keep adding up. And when I get to $65, we'll buy a $50 scratch ticket and I'll open it live here on the show. It's gonna be an amazing time. Yes, why 65? Because YouTube takes a healthy cut of the change. All right, so we're gonna open these up here. You can Venmo me. Venmo me at Headyverse. Do I have any change? I hope so. I do. All right, here we go. Jake Hobson. Hey, Jake, what's going on, Jake? Just me tonight, but thank you for joining. We will be live Tuesday with our wrestling show, and then Thursday with Wednesday this week. Wednesday, Brian Usna of Return of the Living Dead Part 3, also directed Society, Beyond Reanimator, Bride Reanimator. It's going to be a wild show. All right, it's going to kick off Zombie Month. So we're going to be talking about, honestly, both the Reanimator films and Return of the Living Dead 3 fit zombies. But we're going to be talking about primarily Return of the Living Dead 3. Last time we had him on, I think we talked a lot about Reanimator. All right, maybe another time we'll just have him on and talk all about Society. All right, here we go. Uh-oh. This is getting very loose. You don't want it to just fall off. All right, here we go. Now, very dark. So I did bring a flashlight, folks. We got some light here. Boom. All right. Let's see how this does. Let's see here. $100 a week for life. It's kind of upside down, isn't it, for you guys? Oh, 15 and 18. All right. So you see, my winning numbers are 15 and 18. Cold in New York City, Anthony. It's cold here too. I'm not going to do this too long because I'm cold. 6 is not a winner. 8 is not a winner. 16 is not a winner. Halfway through, so far nothing. I win, I usually win when I'm opening tickets for myself. Not always like, big money, but I win. So far brought me bad luck doing these live. And boom, struck out. This one here looks like this. Yeah, this would have been 100. Oh, see, so I was wondering if you get life symbol, you win 100 a week for life. But I see it's also just under here, $100 a week for life. So I used to think you had to erase the symbol, but You can just get it. $100 a week for life. That was not it though. All right, 8, 12, 1, 4, 17, 11, 9, 15. Damn, look at that. Struck out again. There was no 100 a week for life under here though. Wow. Bummer. Terrible. Rotten. This has been a bad idea, folks, but I'm going to keep doing these until I get a winner. Then we might retire Nasty Neal's live scratching tickets. Let's see. Just got Demons 1 and 2. Oh, sweet. Is that like a box set by somebody? Did they put out like a new edition, like a 4K restoration? Does that any cool like features on the disc? You know, we've had guests from Demons, I guess, in the show, but not like not a lot. You should do that. I might look into that. Get some Demons guests on the show. That'd be fun. Demons month. Do Demons month, and guests from demonic films, not just demons, but from demons as well. Don't let us throw your stuff away, folks. That sounds good. Yes, we'll be doing Without Your Head this Wednesday. We normally do on Thursday, but I've been doing multiple shows throughout the week. So this Wednesday will be Brian Houston, and then we're also doing a show Saturday with C. Ernst Hart, who is the great child from 13 Ghosts. That sounds pretty fun. If something comes up, maybe I'll do a show live Thursday. So you never know. Australian release, so no double feature. Okay. Does that mean nothing's like no extra stuff on them? It's just the movie. That's still cool, but I do like some cool features. It's been a while since I've seen Demons. I should rewatch Demons. That sounds like a good time. Anybody know any cool new horror film streaming out there? What's the new one that just came out at the theater? I keep bringing the name. Bring Her Back, something like that. People are really raving about it, so I'm going to go see it tomorrow with my brother, Terrible Troy, who's on Without Your Head with me, and our mom. And Troy and I will probably review that then on the Wednesday Without Your Head. I'm not sure if AJ Cutler and Kara Hutchinson will be on with us or not, but it'll be me and Troy and Brian Houston. It's creating Australia release of the Anchor Bay. Uh, David are pretty much the same with the Phenomena and Tape Red and Security. Sounds good though, Jake. Do it up. Let us know what it's like. Well, we know what those movies are like, but they're great movies. All right, guys. So I'm freezing, so I'm gonna take off. Check us out Tuesday night, tomorrow night on IYH Wrestling in Your Head. Be a good time. We'll be talking the wrestling, and then Wednesday, Brian Usna, possibly Thursday, Without Your Head guest. I'm not sure yet. There's no one scheduled, but if something come up, why not do it? I just talked to Tommy McLaughlin, and he will be on the show soon. That's gonna be really cool. The director of many people's favorite Friday the 13th film, Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. That's right. So you have 1 through 4. 1, he's supposedly dead for years. 2, it's kind of up for interpretation. I believe 2 is about, the mom was crazy and she thought her son had drowned, but he really didn't. Now, did she know he actually wasn't dead or didn't she? I don't know. I think that's no, when they made the first one, he was just dead for decades, and then it's like a dream. Second one, he's alive, and in my interpretation, he's been alive since he was a kid. He didn't really drown; he lived out in the woods. Now, did she know that or not? I think it's clear that he's alive because he drowns as a kid, so he had to grow up to become a man. If he drowned as a kid, his ghost or zombie wouldn't be a full-grown human being. Now, even though Jason Goes to Hell, like makes a lot of people make fun of that movie for being so out of the box and wild. It does try to explain a lot of these things because if Jason is an entity that just like Harvey, is inside different bodies, then the original Jason did drown, and then this dark being, just takes over other bodies. So, but in my interpretation, he's alive. 2, 3, 4, he's a living guy out in the woods killing people. 4, he gets killed. 5 is the Scooby Doo, where it's fake, which I didn't like as a kid, but I think it's a good movie now. I think it's one of the better of the sequels. I like the first 5, honestly. 6 is, in my opinion, is when he is now a zombie, comes back from the dead. He is now. This is when they add supernatural elements to Friday the 13th. He's an undead being, can't be killed, can't be stopped. I know C.J. Graham had talked about when I had him on the parallels between Jason and Frankenstein in Part 6, and some of those are obvious where they bring him back with lightning. But just himself, he's like an unstoppable thing. If that is he considered a zombie though? Because I don't know if I consider Frankenstein a zombie because it's dead tissue brought back to life, but it has a thinking brain. Along those lines, I don't know if Return of the Living Dead Part 3 is technically a zombie movie either. These are questions we will ask all this month on Zombie Month. And then in July, we're planning Slasher Month. A lot of films can fit in a Slasher Month. Tommy can fit into it, either month. All right, guys, we're going to take off. Oh, what was I doing? Oh, so, yeah, 6 comes back from dead. 70 fights Carrie, telekinesis. So a little more supernatural in that one, which some people are mad about, but I don't really understand. I mean, Jason's already um, undead at this point. So why is it bad that there's a supernatural hero? And maybe that because if someone actually has some power, then they at least have a better shot at beating Jason. So I'm not against that idea. 8 is when they start to lose me as a fan. So then he's on a boat. I'm not even against the idea of him getting to Manhattan or something. And if the whole movie was Jason taking Manhattan like the poster, it'd be a pretty rocket movie. And punching DC to freak that off. But Lee, 9, he gets blasted in space, which again, actually, people ridicule that idea. But the idea within the movie is solid. Since he can't be destroyed, you freeze him. And then he gets thought out in the future. That's actually, that's a logical conclusion. That's a logical thing he would do. You can't destroy him, so we'll freeze him. And that also goes back to the original Frankenstein, because that's how he gets beat. He goes up into the doctor. Or no, he leaves. I think he goes himself up into Antarctica and he's frozen. I never thought of that. So maybe I'll bring that up with Tommy. And then 10 is Jason. No, 10 is Jason X. I'm sorry. 10 is he goes. I'm sorry. 10 he goes to space. 9 is Jason goes to hell, which I used to think was a terrible movie. As an adult, I kind of love it. Just so batshit crazy. Adam Marcus tries to make sense of all this. All these wild things are going on. They never fully explain why he turns into a kid at the end of 8. That's just forgotten. So we have all these direct sequels. Halloween's done it multiple times. What if we get a direct sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan? Now, hear me out, folks. It picks up where Jason turns it back into a child. It ignores 9. It doesn't even really necessarily need to ignore 10 because that's like in the future. But for now, we're going to ignore 10. Ignores Jason versus Freddy. Freddy versus Jason. So we just get a direct sequel from 8. Jason Takes Manhattan Part 2, where Jason's a child at the end in the sewer. Now what does he do? In my version, he's just like, he has a new lease on life. It's about like this young kid learning to play baseball, going out and date, playing some parties, or is he, a mad killer right away? I don't know. Lots of ways. I mean, the fans would probably like him better if he's a killer. It's not just like a sitcom. If you want to say a bad movie, watch Zombie Creeping Flesh, aka Night of the Zombies. It's Australia, terrible but funny. I will check that out. All right. Thank you, Jake Hobson. All right, I'm cold, so I'm getting out of here. Else I'd stay and talk to you fine folks. So tune in next time when I open scratch tickets. You never know what's going to happen. Hopefully, I'll win one of these days. And help me hit the goal. So far, this is the third day of the goal to get the $65 to buy a $50 scratch ticket to open live on the show. And we are currently $65 away. So we went from needing 65 3 days in, and we're still 65 away. So we're inching ever so closely, ever so closely. All right. Good night, folks.